Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. My dear friends, my dear gods, my dear masters. It's been a great journey so far, and it will be a great journey going forth. Every meditation session, every book reading session, and every spiritual experience sharing or listening session will bring change in you. Will of course bring upliftment in you. Will bring transformation in you. No matter today or after 10 years or even after 100 years, this formula never changes. We must work on the basic principles again and again and again. These are the foundation steps. We may speak about astral travel, third eye, telepathy, many topics, but they are all branches of a tree called spirituality. And all the experiences are like fruits. But what we need is treating the roots. There are 4 things, as is WEAT. 4 things we need to take care and review. Keep reviewing every 41 days. You have to create a section in one of your books. It can be your experiences books or your diary, whatever it is. Every mandala, when it starts, you should write day 1 and day 41, 2 pages separately. Make 4 sections. Your words, your emotions, your actions, and your thoughts. Words, emotions, thoughts, and actions. To simplify it, I have mentioned it as WEAT. We all know the concept of meal. Now this is the concept of wheat, but H is missing. H is silent here. So what are we trying to do here is, we are going to review every month. Every mandala would be much more appropriate. Not every month. If you do this, on the day 1, you have to observe the whole day. How is your thoughts? How is your emotions? How is your words? And how is your actions? You have to write in bullet points. Suppose you have jealousy, write. Okay, I'm jealous. Suppose you have unnecessary anger, write it. And you should know in which category it falls. This exercise we must do to know about ourselves. You must evaluate yourself as if you are evaluating for others. Suppose I give you a task. You observe my words, actions, emotions, and thoughts. You are going to take a diary and will look at me and write, this is a review of Mr. Ayyappa. Okay, his words are like this. Positive, negatives, everything you write down. The similar way you must observe yourself as a third person without any attachments. And when you write down, everything may not be revealed in one day. Maybe you can take 2-3 days, the first 2-3 days. And whenever you observe anything, I call it as area of improvisation. I will never call it as weakness. I will never call it as the problems. I will call it as area of improvisation. Write down. And what people generally do is we set goals. I have to improvise this. I have to change within 41 days. That should not be done. What you should do is, after writing it down, close it and forget it. But every day, you must start working on the basic principles. How thoughts has to be, how words has to be, how actions has to be, how emotions has to be. You must work on the fundamentals. You must work on Vakshetra. Suppose, if you are jealous, what happens is you will start writing a goal. I should not be jealous to this person. I should not be jealous. I should not be jealous. You will keep on writing such things in the goal. But that should not be the goal. The goal should be to improvise holistically, every area. After 41 days, you should go and see whether the jealousy is still there or no. Naturally, it should have gone. If not, another 41 days we will give opportunity again. Jealousy comes in the category of emotions. So for emotional body, whatever is healthy, you must do that. You should not only work on one factor called jealousy. That is the mistake we do. You should work on total emotional body. You should work on total physical body. You should work on all your actions. Those are the fundamentals of spirituality. Not one category. Then we miss out everything. Like focusing on one chakra. No. Anything that naturally changes, it is forever. Once you evaluate, you can ask, then why should we evaluate? We can just leave it like that. No. Once you evaluate, only once, your inner knows where to improve. But telling it again and again, you are not feeding your inner, you are feeding your mind. And what happens if you again and again feed your mind will create expectation. And if you don't fulfill your expectation, you go into depression. Because the mind wants very quick answers. The mind wants very, very quick results. But soul always wait. So I call it as mandala review. Whom are we judging? Whom are we evaluating? Ourselves. It is not a judgment, it is only an observation. There will be always area of improvisation, no matter whether you are a beginner or an expert. This exercise everybody must do if you are serious on improvisation. When we vacate our body, when we go to the higher worlds, who is going to judge you? You have to see what was your soul plan and what exactly you did in the earth. And then you will judge yourself. Whether you want to take rebirth or you can go to the higher worlds, you are your own judge. That same practice we are going to implement here. Why are we allowing others to judge us? Why are we allowing others to tell us? If others tell you something, and if you feel, yeah, that's the area of improvisation, write it in that book and forget it. Without writing, if you forget, it is forgotten. But write once and forget. After 41 days, you open that page. Until then, never open that page. Mandala review. MR. If we continuously do this, we will know every 41 days where we have improvised. Naturally, how much improvement has come. And that is the spiritual experience we want. We must start looking ourselves as a third person, another person, and start reviewing and focus on the basic fundamental principles. If you do this, the change will automatically come. The change will naturally come. I'll give you a small example. Only when we go through certain stages in the life, we certainly understand few things. For all to be mothers, or whoever have daughters who are going to become mothers, we all know the mothers feed the baby. But in one stage in my life, I was observing when my wife was feeding my baby, around maybe 2 years or 3 years, I don't exactly remember. A stage came where the milk feeding has to stop. One of my friend's wife is almost 1 week difference. My son and his son. There are two approaches, what I heard, that we can stop the milk feeding. One is a natural way, another is very unnatural. My friend's wife suddenly stopped breastfeeding, and the baby started crying for 2-3 days uncontrollably. But when the baby comes near, she used to apply neem oil throughout her chest, and the baby can't take the milk. And after 2-3 days, the baby left milk feeding, and then she was also relieved. But again, there are some other problems, and after maybe 1 month, she became okay. This is one way of forcing things to stop. But we came to know about a very natural process. Around 10 times, she was feeding the baby, and slowly, day by day, few days, it became 9 times, 8 times, 7 times, 6 times, 5, 4, 3 times, twice, and once, and then slowly reduce the time. And one day, naturally, the baby stopped drinking the milk. I remember this because it is a process. Where the other scenario, it was a force. When something is forced, you create traumas. You create blocks. When something happens very naturally, there is a transformation. There is an evaluation. There is an evolution. So when we observe ourselves, and we should not force ourselves for a change very quickly, but we should start working on the fundamentals strongly again and again. Then the change naturally comes. You will never know when you recovered from such things. If I see myself 20 years ago and now, what an enormous change, what an enormous transformation. I'm not the same guy 20 years ago and now. All my 20 years ago friends, my relatives, my parents, they are astonished with what I have achieved, what I have become. Most of them are afraid to even talk to me now. Because the kind of person I was, and now it's a total change in the way I speak, way I think, way I perform. The whole personality has changed. Did I focus on something? Goals? Nothing. The works are the goals, but changing anything inside me was never a goal. I was always focusing on the fundamentals. The language improvisation, the presentation improvisation, the understanding improvisation, so many books, so many sessions, so many interactions with other masters, so much of music, so much of videos and audios. You should make good friends, spiritual friends. You will get so much of advantage. One of your friend may be reading so many books. I have one such friend who keep on listening to a lot of videos and keep on reading books. He is a library. When I call him, I'll just say hi and then I keep quiet. If I talk for 1 hour he will feed me. All the knowledge he has learned, all the videos he has seen, all the books. If I simply speak about one master, he will open up so many things. But others see him as a useless fellow, but I know what his strengths are. We must make such friends, and occasionally you should call and say, hi. It is like clicking on the green button. Then the knowledge flows. But if you choose a wrong person and press the green button, they will put all the junk inside you. All their problems, emotions, the stories of the neighbors, everything will come inside you. Never, they always press the red button. You should find such good friends. You must call. Don't expect they will call. If they don't pick, no problem. Again, try tomorrow. Now, don't try that with me. I'm giving you an example. When you find such people, they will give so much of knowledge to you. That is where your roots become strong. Today, I was reading a beautiful point about in the Tarkam Saradarian book. Suddenly, there's a point, it says, forgive even your enemy. Forgive even your enemy. I honestly don't have enemies. But there are few people who think I am the enemies. I closed my eyes and said, I bless you. It gave a great relief. When something is given, I put it into practice. Those will make my pillars strong, the fundamentals strong. You should always strive for it. So do this mandala review for yourself, not for others, not to showcase, hey, see, day 1, day 41, how much I improved. Nobody is interested about your progress. But you are interested about your progress. Because we come to earth as a student and we leave the earth as a student. And we have to master every area. In order to master every area, you have to be always a student. That's the trick. Thank you very much. That's a wonderful concept. WEAT concept that is born. I was very happy to share. I do a daily review. I always watch my words, actions, emotions, thoughts. I am a great watchman of myself. But you can start with 41 days. Don't push it hard. Let the transition naturally comes. I wish to see all of you are great masters, helping the world, helping yourself, and helping everyone. Thank you very much. Now, please go and have a good rest. We'll again connect tomorrow. Thank you. Namaste. Bye-bye.